us with nothing. So understanding that you have to be a self-starter. It's almost like you're an entrepreneur.
Understaffed, there's about one sports RD for every 500 athletes in collegiate ranks, right? So the only thing you find out when you get a full-time dietitian at the collegiate ranks is that you need two.
We have a lot of people who have gone before us that we can learn from.
It's going to give you the food group, and the purpose. Why is it out there?
But you still have to be a self-starter and put yourself out there and really be enthusiastic and energetic about it.
When you're feeding groups of, 300 or 400 people at a time, and they all have different roles, different genders, different positions, different sports, you have to make sure the variety on your menu is huge. And so make sure that there's always at least 2 sources of vegetable, there's always a whole grain option, there's always a lean protein, there's always these things.
So we'll have to look at ideal body weight versus BMI and different techniques for doing body composition.
We've got rules at the NC2A that even tie our hands on how often and who we can feed. Nowhere else in sports but the NC2A do we have that.
I know our school has a pretty specific body composition policy about who does the measurements, how the numbers are going to be used, who has access to the numbers. We have the athletes sign a release that I share with the performance team.
Anybody who's been around athletes knows the vast majority are trying to do it the right way.
Yeah, well, for an athlete, it's important to stay hydrated the whole day, not just during practices. I tend to cook.
And you're on the front lines as a sports RD in a very volatile point in our history right now, playing a pivotal role in helping athletes do it the right way.
SOF stands for Special Operation Forces. So a lot of the image in your head and the image that was originally in my head is the guys that kick in the doors, like the guys that are going and shooting people and kicking in the doors. They're getting dropped out of a helicopter in the dark with night vision goggles on to get to a target like you've seen in the movies, get done what you need to get done, and then get out.
You're seeing strength coaches now that are really, really educated and know what they're doing as far as understanding human movement. So you really can speak on the same level to your strength and conditioning coach as a nutritionist.
We work very closely with U.S. Anti-Doping, CPSDA does. And so we have inside knowledge because we need to be better than novices here. We have to be on top of this. We're calling this food and supplement security.
I think all of us are more than happy to have students volunteer as long as that's something that you're willing to do. My volunteers know it's a job, and I tell them I know you're a volunteer, but if you're not going to make it, you're calling someone or you're finding someone to take your shift.
Now we do handle medical nutrition therapy, but from a performance side, that's the side that people get very territorial over, not the medical stuff. But still, from an NCAA standpoint, they say we can't give out fish oil unless there's a prescription.
Did you guys like the shakes? They don't taste like protein-y. And so you're still getting the benefit. You're getting the calcium from the milk, protein from the milk, protein from the muscle milk, all that good stuff.
If you're looking to get into sports nutrition, the number one thing you need is experience. So pick a school that has a program that interests you, that has somebody like Allison, like Becky working that you can spend some time with. Because it's more important that you're getting that exposure in athletics with somebody doing the job as to just that degree. It's your time in that athletic department that people know you can cut it. So they see that and you get moved to the top of, okay, well, let's call this school and see how that person did, as opposed to, well, this person, the degrees look great, but they haven't spent any time in an athletic department.
Just to clarify, there's banned substances and impermissible. So according to the NCAA, their banned substances include stimulants, anabolic agents, diuretics, street drugs, all that kind of stuff. Now, impermissible is different. Impermissible is something that myself and my athletic department as an institution cannot provide for the athlete, but they can purchase it on their own.